Fresno State will be host to some pretty bright students this weekend. This year's California National Geographic State Bee is coming to Fresno, where thousands of 4th through 8th graders will be buzzing around. Actually, hundreds, right? Yeah, about hundreds. They're going to be competing for the championship. The state champion will then go on to represent California in Washington this summer. Here with all the details is Sean Boyd. He's a lecturer for the Department of Geography over at Fresno State. Welcome to the show, Sean.
Great to be on the show.
See you after all these years.
I know, it's been a while.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about this exciting state bee. At first, I thought it was a spelling bee, but it's not.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
So here's the deal.
Okay.
Between November and January, millions of American school children, 4th through 8th grade, participated in Geographic Bees at the school level.
Okay.
And so once those competitions are over at the end of January, the results are shipped off to National Geographic Society, where the officials there determine who the top scorers are at each state. Okay. And then they are invited to the state bees. So on Friday, April 1st, there'll be 51 state bees, all 50 states and Washington, D.C., where about 100 4th through 8th graders who have been invited will compete for the honor of then going to the Nationals in May.
So one will be picked to go to the Nationals.
Precisely.
There'll be one winner.
In each state, there'll be a first, second, and third place winner, but the #1 winner, the state champion, gets to go to D.C. in May.
Okay, so the state championships will be held this Friday at Fresno State.
That is correct.
Okay, describe to me what a geographical bee is.
All right.
What's it like?
Well, here's the structure. So we've got 105 students have been invited.
Yes.
And they'll be in 5 groups of about 21 each for the preliminary round. And each of these students will be asked a series of questions.
Okay. What kind of questions, Sean? What kind of questions?
Gosh, I'll give you an idea. This isn't, of course, I can't reveal any of the questions from the booklet, but this might be something like this. Pikes Peak is in the Rocky Mountains, situated in which state? And then, of course, you have to answer the name of the state. And for those who progress beyond the preliminaries, and it's narrowed down to the top 10.
Wow.
And then it's an elimination tournament.
So these are not easy questions.
Oh, no, they're not. And they get progressively more difficult as it goes along. I mean, these are questions about geography, meteorology, A.J. Fox, okay? Meteorology, geology, political geography, economic geography, people and places, landmarks, rivers, oceans.
So they have to know all of that, and they're between the ages of what, the 9 through 12, 13?
About 9 through 13, 4th through 8th graders.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That's pretty impressive.
I mean, you wouldn't believe. In 2010, I think the winning question on the national level was something like this. What city in today's Germany in 1648 along such and such a river was the seat of the Holy Roman Empire? I mean, these are the kinds of questions these kids are.
Wait, are these kids even learning that type of geography in their classrooms right now?
You know, there are standards for this sort of thing, but this is a special group of children who are then, of course, mentored, and they actually practice for months in order to get to the point where they can compete at the school level, and then they move on to the state level, and then maybe on to the national level.
So what's the big grand prize?
Oh, good question.
Yes. Okay,
when you get to the nationals.
Yes.
Well, here at the state level, you know, first place gets $100 and a medal and an atlas. The second place is $75. Third place is $50. But at the national level, there's $85,000 in scholarships at stake. Wow. The third place winner gets 10 grand. The second place winner gets 25 grand. And the first place winner gets $50,000 scholarship, a trip to the Galapagos Islands for the he or she and one of the parents, and then a lifetime membership to the National Geographic Society.
Wow, that's pretty great. That's pretty great. No wonder they're...
Now, I don't know if we have... I don't know if we have a clip of the winning question at the national level last year or to play or not.
You know what? I don't think we did because our system was down at the time, but we did watch it. But can you kind of describe it to people or no?
Yeah,
I'm making you think. I'm making you think
I see if I can remember the question. It had to do with a major hydroelectric project planned for which African river, all right? And as it turned out, there was one student that was 1 point ahead of the other student, and that question became the process of elimination, so we knew immediately who our first, second, and third place winners were. I should say this, in 2014, the California state winner did place 3rd in the nation.
Good.
Yes.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
So that's a good thing.
Yeah.
This is the 3rd year in a row that the California State Geographic Bee has been at Fresno State. It was in Sacramento for 25 years, but we kind of,
We've taken it over.
Yeah.
Good, good, good. So are people invited? Is this kind of an open?
well,
for
sort
the
of, kind
public?
of.
Okay.
After about 11 a.m., once the preliminary rounds are over with and we determine who the top 10 are, then the final round and the championship rounds are open to the public. It's at the Satellite Student Union.
Okay.
And of course, it's $3 to park on the campus.
Yes.
You go to the kiosk and put your money in, it spits a ticket out. And so after 11 a.m., we should be at that point in the final, in the top 10 round and then the championship round.
So anyone from the Valley competing, or part of the 100 that will be competing on Friday?
Well, there are a couple of kids from the Sacramento area, there are a couple of children from the Bakersfield area, but one of my goals in being the coordinator at the state level is to try to get more elementary and junior high schools involved here in the central San Joaquin Valley, which is woefully misrepresented
Yeah.
in this competition. And that's my long-term goal, is to get more involvement at the school site as time goes on, as we make this the permanent home of the California State Geographic Bee.
That's going to be exciting. Well,
Yes.
this Friday is going to be exciting as well.
Oh, yes.
All the details are on your screen. Sean, tell everyone we say good luck.
I
And let's
will.
get California to, someone from California to Washington.
That would be nice.
Okay,
All
good
right.
seeing you again.
Good seeing you too,
Thanks,
Alex. Be
Sean.
well. Take care.
Still to come here on Central Valley today. It may be sunny outside, but the windy weather can be dangerous.